Bonjour and welcome back to my channel. My name is Claude and today, Virgo, I'm going to be doing your February tarot reading. Now I'm going to do a different type of spread. I wanted to shake things up a little bit. So I've got 3 piles. These are the major arcana. This is going to be your energy for the month. These are the court cards, which is how you are advised to show up for the month. And then I'll do a 6-card spread with the minor arcana. So I hope you're doing well and that you had a good beginning of the month. Please remember, those are general readings. They will not resonate with everybody. Just take what applies and discard the rest. If the message doesn't resonate, or if you would like a more comprehensive picture, do check your moon, Venus and rising signs. So what energy do I have for my Virgo querents this month? Let's see what we got. Judgment. You're the first sign that got judgment. They had a lot of tower and chariot coming out, so that's going to be interesting. How do my Virgo querents need to show up this month? And obviously I'm going to go in depth with each card as soon as I've laid all of them out. Card is the Queen of Swords. Okay, so what's this situation about for February? What do we have? And I'm using the Tarot of Marseille by Vincent Petici. If you are interested in the cards, I will leave, okay, that jumps, I'll put it here. I will leave the details in the description box below. What do you have for my Virgo querents? Alright, so your first card is the 3 of Swords. And it is clarified by the 2 of Swords. Ooh, Swords energy. The 4 of Swords. And the 4 of Cups, so 2 4s back to back. Then the Ace of Swords, and supported by the 6 of Coins. Now the bottom of the deck, which is the energy at work behind the scenes that you may not be aware of, you have the 3 of Wands. Okay, so let's start with Judgment. Now, Judgment, there are layers to the cards, okay? Major arcana, so big influence on your life. Now, Judgment can be as simple as a report card, you know, you being assessed by somebody. It could be your boss, or it could be also by someone from your family, by a friend, someone judging you. Literally, that could be that. Judgment can also talk about personal transformation. You coming to realizing something and going through a period of transformation, you know, literally shedding the old and moving into the new you kind of thing. It could also be a wake-up call, you know, you realizing something and deciding to take action. So obviously we'll have a look at what we've got down there, but with the amount of Swords energy that you have, I mean, this is overwhelmingly Swords. You've got 4 out of 6. Swords are to do with ideas, thoughts, truth and communication. And so the message I'm getting from Judgment, and this is you having a wake-up call, you know, realizing something very important for your life. And yeah, I'll go in depth in a minute. So that's the energy for your month. And you're being advised to show up as the Queen of Swords, so that's another Swords energy. So the Queen is experienced in the suit, not as much as the King, but you know, she's the next top one. The Queen is patient, she is receptive energy, yin energy, as opposed to action taking like a King would be. And the Queen of Swords is someone who is incredibly fair, very intellectual, and she is someone who's going to see through the lies. She seeks the truth, and she cuts what no longer serves her. She's had time to think about this because she's gone through the suit of swords basically, and she will cut what no longer serves her, which is obviously an attitude that is necessary when you're having a wake-up call moment, as indicated by the Judgment card. Now, the environment around you is one of growth and expense, because it's number 3, which is exactly that. And the ones are to do with passion. It's fire energy. So something that really excites you, that ignites you, that you feel strongly about. Something's growing. You've started to grow something that you feel passionate about, or there is simply an energy of growth around you at the moment, bubbling. And you start your reading with another number 3, so you've got 2 number 3s and 2 4s. So the 3 of Swords, and is supported by the 2 of Swords, which is beautiful because you have the progression. You go 2, 3, and then here you have number 4. So the 2 of Swords talks about not making a decision immediately, because you are protecting something within yourself. You see this beautiful flower? It's growing progressively. And so you're not making a decision because you're keeping something in, or because you feel you do not have enough facts, you lack clarity to move forward. And the 3 of Swords liberates you from this. You see the sword cuts through the protection that you had. And so the 3 of Swords in the Tarot de Marseille talks about a victory, a breakthrough. Now, I'm not saying this is easy, because the swords are sharp, they can cut. But when we have a wake-up call, when we have a moment of realization that's so profound that it really shakes you, it's never an easy process, because this is something that's going to make you grow, either spiritually, emotionally, or intellectually, or all 3 at the same time. So this is really beautiful, because this is you keeping something in a cocoon, not moving, not making a decision, and then this is piercing through and liberating you, giving you that wake-up call. And then you move on to the number 4s, which represent strong foundation and stability. So this is taking time out to gather your thoughts. On the shadow side of the card, sometimes it can talk about feeling some restrictions, within what you're working on. So it could be within a relationship or at work. This is a general reading. I don't know what your question is particularly. And the 4 of Cups talks about emotional stability, because the cups are to do with our feelings, our emotions, our relationships. But on the shadow side of the card, it can also talk about boredom, because if you think about it, when you put water into a small container and you leave it there for a bit, it becomes stagnant and a bit stale. So there might be an idea of boredom, take what resonates. Otherwise, on the positive side of the card, it talks about that sense of belonging. But either way you look at it, this is a stable energy, mental and emotional. Granted, might be a little bit stale on either, restricted, but it is stable. And don't forget that you've got this growth energy, working in the background. So if you are feeling a bit trapped mentally, and a bit bored or blasé about your life, about work, whatever this is, things are going to move forward, they're going to grow. And you're going to get your brand new beginning, because you get the Ace of Swords. Now the Ace is the seed, the origin of the suit. So this is the Epiphany card for me. This is that aha, light bulb above your head moment. This is it. I know where to go, what to do. I have the clarity that I need. And this is supported by the 6 of Coins. Now the 6 is the number of harmony after having overcome some challenges, and coins are to do with the physical realm, so we're talking home life, work life. This talks about having a good balance between stability and movement. So you see where here you had a breakthrough, which we can consider as moving forward energy with the Judgment card. You then reach a bit of a stalemate, you know, feeling a bit restricted, maybe a bit blasé, a bit bored, take what resonates. And then you get that clarity that comes in, you know, like thunder above your head. All of this because you've got the growth card of the Three of Wands in the background, and you suddenly know where to go. The Six of Coins also often talks about giving and receiving, you know, in equal measures, being open to receiving help, advice, whether it's financial help or just moral support, any kind of counseling, and also you giving back, whether it is through work, you know, like being dependable, reliable at work, or being a dependable friend, a dependable partner. You know, this really talks about harmony, whether we're talking of home life or work life, and this is supporting this brand new beginning, this brand new direction, this brand new idea that you have, and you now know what to do about this wake-up call that you've had. So this is a very nice progress through the month where you go through realizing something, feeling like, oh, I don't really know where to go, what to do, I'm feeling a little bit restricted and stagnant, and then having this beautiful brand new idea or beginning based on a lot of support and giving and receiving and exchanges of energies, all of this supported by the energy of the Three of Wands, which is growth, expanse, but passionate energy, fire energy, so tends to be faster than, for instance, coin energy, which is earth and slightly slower. So I'm going to pull out one last card for you as a final message. So last bit of advice for my Virgo Aquarians, please. And you have the Ten of Swords. So again, more swords energy. So you see, really, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. The 10, however, is completion. This is the end of the worries. This is you releasing whatever was holding you back. This is a card of tiredness. So you will feel probably tired, battered, exhausted mentally. But this is the end of all of this negative type of energy, negative thoughts. You know, maybe it was you having doubts about yourself, you know, that little voice in your head that's negative. This is the end of this. This is releasing all of it when you get that clarity. So do not fear, that clarity is going to come to you. So I hope you enjoyed your journey through the cards with me. If you did, or if the message resonated, do let me know in the comment box below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I wish you a wonderful February month, and I hope to see you again very soon. Until next time, au revoir.